Hi, everybody. I wanted to give a quick overview of the Business Technology Platform Future Roadmap with a focus on what is the cloud platform portion of that, primarily the application plane as well as the foundation plane. We'll get into more detail of what exactly those two terms mean as we go through the information. Okay, on to the agenda. First, I want to cover the context of what is the business technology platform at a top level before we get into more of the details around the three foundation planes of foundation data and application planes. And then we'll get into workflow management as a demonstration of the advancements in the application plane. And we'll wrap it up with a customer example. Okay, into the intelligent enterprise vision. So our customers face a very dynamic environment now where we're having to operate quite virtually due to the nature of life right now with people having to work from home as well. And that's causing us to have our customers to have to work virtually. They have to work across massive data sets with rapid innovation. Our goals with the business technology platform is to bring their data together in one location in context so that they can make rapid innovation on our business technology platform. Within that, the intelligence suite and the industry cloud are integral to this. The intelligence suite is our own internal products. The industry cloud is our verticals, both our own internal verticals as well as partner verticals that work across our ecosystem and add value for our customers. And let's get into more detail on the business technology platform portion of that. The key elements for that are the database and the data management, the analytics, the application development and integration areas, which we're going to spend more time on, as well as intelligent technologies, which really are some areas we'll talk about around process automation, as well as business process intelligence, but also AI and machine learning areas. There's a lot on this. There's a lot that constitutes the business technology platform. The through line I want you to keep in mind, and we're going to go into more detail on, is this isn't just a series of services. These all have context and meaning. And what that means is our database is central to our products. Our analytics is built upon that database, the HANA database. Our application development and integration environment leverages your data in context on that database to allow you to do meaningful innovation and extensibility on that database and with that content. The intelligent technologies operate on that data in context across both your internal data stores as well as external. And we're going to get to a little bit more of the detail on that when we talk about the data plane. Okay, so let's get into the details of, we call it the cloud platform. It's that foundation plane, the data plane, and the application plane. Get to some of the value we're talking about. So we've brought together on a multi-cloud strategy. So some of the ways we've described this historically, they all hold true to this day. The foundation plane is built on our multi-cloud strategy. So when you think about the hyperscalers, we support a variety of them. We support Azure and AWS and Ali Cloud in the China case, so in Google Cloud Platform. So we build across these so that we support what our customers need as far as a hyperscaler. We've built in a security control plane to this that provides best of breed in security, incident management, identity is common up the stack. So security of your data is absolutely central to this. In context, our data is in context and complete on the platform in the data plane because of how we integrate both your external data sources and your internal data sources in one data plane that's exposed up the stack. And we're going to talk more about that in context. Extensibility happens at both the data plane layer and the application layer. Integration is central to your data plane, bringing in external data sources, but extensibility happens really in both the application plane through your workflow and low-code, no-code environments and through the data plane. Let's get into the foundation plane area. What holds this together as a central theme up the business technology platform stack is the notion of one domain model. And that is what are the entities in each one of not only our products, but the data sets that you bring in from outside sources to that data plane, make it relevant to each other so that it's a full relationship tree of all your entities, as well as their privacy attribution, their encryption, their anonymization for when you want to do AI and machine learning on the platform. You can actually annotate your data sources in the domain model that they should be anonymized in the case of machine learning, so that when you use your full data set on the platform, certain users, certain role-based identities will only have unencrypted, or visible access to certain portions of your data set, not the entirety of your data set. One event bus is central to interacting across the products, because each of the products, those domain objects, interact with one another through that event bus. When a state changes in an object in the domain model, the event bus is where that happens. It's picked up by state changes in your data plane as well as your application plane. We talked a little bit about the security. It's a consistent set of security services used across our ecosystem so that we ensure we have one place of best-of-breed security. We've aligned our runtimes into a common runtime model, and that when you think about Neo and Cloud Foundry and the evolution towards Kubernetes, and if you've ever heard of Istio as a service mesh, that's also part of our ecosystem. How do you deploy into a series of services across multiple regions and have that be a federated service mesh that underlies the entirety of the stack and allows us to evolve in place over time with a common runtime? On the data plane, again, back to that central theme of how does the application, or how does the solutions that you use on the stack stay in context? It's back to that domain model. So SAP and non-SAP customer data comes into the data plane, is shaped through that one domain model, offered in a data lake, picked up by AI and machine learning algorithms, picked up by analytics. You can do cross-product analytics this way. You can event back into the applications through the one event bus so that you can do cross-product actionable insights across your full data set, whether it's internal SAP applications or external SAP. And then if you move up to the application plane, we've really done a lot to invest in the workflow, the advanced workflow, and we're going to show you a demonstration of that in a moment. But we've brought together in the application plane the process automation components of SAP, as well as our room environment from SAP, and we've also integrated Qualtrics into the workflow engine, and we're going to show a bit of that in our demonstration. We've aligned on a common UI and user experience, which includes mobility, so that you can develop applications across our ecosystem, as well as through that extended data set that you see in the data plane with a common look and feel across all of it. Low-code application platform is built on top of that workflow engine, which gives our citizen developers an easy way to see their assets, extend their assets within the application plane. Talked a little bit about business process automation already. Asset repository is really important to our end users as they come to the portal of the platform and interact with our applications, and they want to extend the functionality of a given workflow. The artifact repository is how they understand what is the full set of assets they have available to them as applications, as well as data sets, so that they can see them, interact with them, emit events, do state changes, and offer extended solutions based on the SAP products and external data sets that they have at their disposal. Application Cockpit is that central point where you see the SAP solutions that you subscribe to, as well as the extended data sets that you have to interoperate with. And a rather large change for us is the marketplace. I just talked about the extensibility of this system, whether it's through workflow, through low code, no code, through mobile solutions. We've developed a marketplace that's going to allow you to publish all of these assets, as well as data sets, as well as machine learning services, so that you can, as a partner, add to the ecosystem, monetize that investment on a platform so that customers can consume it. as a customer, you can pick those up. You can add your own low code, no code. You can have your own internal marketplace as well as an external one that you have access to that gives you the opportunity to offer your extended solutions to others, whether it's just in your business or externally. That's a key change to the value proposition of the platform is that marketplace. So that's the top of the three planes. And with that, we're going to show a demo of the application plane.
In this video, you will see the integration of SAP Cloud Platform Workflow Management with Qualtrics Experience Management Solutions. A customer is not happy with one of his orders. The customer uses the chatbot to provide direct feedback on this. The chatbot itself is integrated with Workflow Management and Qualtrics. With a few interactions, the root cause of the issue has been identified automatically: the bad quality of the received items. To improve the process and experience for the customer, a Qualtrics server is triggered to get more details on this complaint. In this case, the customer was not really happy with the freshness of the product. The delivery experience itself was quite good. Valuable information for an enterprise to improve the customer experience. The sales manager gets visibility into all workflows, taking a closer look into the delivery experience in the area west. Though this particular order was completed without violations, he wants to investigate this further. The high amount of the order catches his interest. Besides getting the detailed information, he can also trigger an escalation workflow to the area manager. The area manager has several tasks from different workflows in the inbox. Taking a look at a task to verify the high-value returns order, he gets all the business-relevant information and either approve or reject it. To better handle such cases in the future, we will now extend the original process. A citizen developer will use the process flexibility cockpit to enhance the customer order returns process. We want to directly include the Qualtrics survey results in the workflow to make this information accessible to the relevant participants, and also include another level of approval for return orders, the head of sales. Finally, we want to push the experience data out of the workflow into the support system. With just few simple steps, a business expert is able to extend business processes without coding. For our sales manager, we are now including the Qualtrics survey directly in the process visibility dashboard. The order ID out of the operational workflow is easily mapped to the order ID in the survey. Then we can configure the look and feel of the dashboard. We have extended the process and are providing more valuable information to the stakeholders for a better business process experience of the customer.
Okay, with that, I think you see the value of the simplicity of usage of the application plane and the low-code environment and the ability to include Qualtrics in the experience management process. And I just wanted to highlight at this point one of our customer success stories around using the business technology platform. Murphy Oil Corporation, they saw a 12% reduction in their cycle time to process data from more than 24 million well tags from more than 800 wells, and it took them less than a year to experience their return on the investment for this. And it really did involve all layers of the business technology platform, from the application plane to the data plane for real-time data, as well as our multi-cloud foundational plane. It's been a very positive experience for them. With that, I wanted to wrap up with giving you some more information on locations where you can look for more data. And I want to thank you for your time. That is the end of our presentation.